Oh no, macaron. Yeah, macaron. No, chacaron, 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 chacaron.
Yeah, I was running low.
Oh, good evening, everyone. Welcome back to Summit League Racing. We are here tonight for round 14 of the SLR Division 2 season. We are here at Suzuka, and an absolute iconic circuit, which some drivers love, some drivers hate. I personally don't mind it, but again, as usual, joining me alongside in the comms booth this evening, it's the one and only Season 5 Division 1 champ, it's SLR Southerner.
Hello, everyone. It's another Friday night, which you know what that means. Another fun, festive night of Division 2 SLR action. Where so far this season, it's been absolutely brilliant. Last week, however, we had a bit of a dominant performance, didn't we, Corey? And it was probably one of the most tamer races we've had this season. So, I wonder what's in store for us this week.
Oh yeah, you put the nail on the coffin there. Again, if you didn't join us last week, well, spoilers right now. It was Pricey who took, as Matt said, a pretty dominant victory last time out in Singapore. Was absolutely clear of the rest. Started on the front row in P2 just behind UKB's Assassin, our championship leader. And again, since taking the lead, didn't really look in doubt, to be fair. He's going to be looking for back-to-back wins and to get himself well in the championship fight come the end of this round, Matt. As we go into round 14, obviously UKB's Assassin still our championship leader, 19 points back to Hayes, another 2 back to Darnell, but welcome Prices into the equation. He's now only 25 points away from the championship lead.
Yeah, that was a very loud statement, wasn't it, last week? It was, we hadn't seen a dominant force like that in any Division 2 race for a very long time. The way he was doing it, the difficulty of the track, it was absolutely incredible. And that was certainly would have raised a few eyebrows. The top four, of course, as you mentioned, it's the gap between the top four has got ever so closer. And rather fittingly last week, the top four finishers were in fact the top four drivers in the championship standings. With Scar missing last week, he is missing again. No, sorry, he is here this week. So grounds that he made up initially, he's lost again. So perhaps with 5 rounds to go, it is just the top four now for the championship. But as we saw in Monza, anything can happen, and it can be full of swings and roundabouts.
Oh, yes, it can. One man who knows about, well, the ups and downs so far this season, Hal36. Welcome to the chat. Hope you're well. Hope you've had a lovely week. Is he racing this evening? Yes, he is racing this evening. 22nd P11. We've got 18 drivers then to start off this qualifying session here at Suzuka. I think who's going to be the first car on a lap? I've got a feeling it might be Pricey. Last week's race winner is going to be the first car on a lap as we go round Suzuka. Am I right? Is it Liam?
We got Liam.
It's going to be Liam. Liam.
He'd be disappointed in you, that one.
Yeah. Oh well. Screw him. He unfortunately did not finish P11 last week. He did finish P10. But he did finish P11 in McEwen Division last week because someone did DNF. So I'm going to take full blame for him finishing P11 out of 11 cars in the race. This looks like a pretty tidy first sector so far for Liam. Again, hasn't quite had fortune this season. He's still hunting for a second SLR race victory. He knows how to do it over one lap. Has got multiple pole positions over his time. But when it comes to a race, Matt, I don't know what it is, but it just doesn't click.
It's the consistency again, isn't it? I remember touching on the start of this season. That's probably the area that he's lacking in to amount of championship challenge, and that has been the case again. He has had a few races where he's been up towards the top, but unfortunately, it's not been happening enough. And this is really a division that consistency is absolutely key. There is a few other areas in the race, for example, he needs to sort out. I mean, safety car restart being one of them. He does need to improve on that one. As Corey, that's your first lap time on the board for today's qualifying.
Who's going to beat it then? 127.6 is the first lap time on the board, as Matt said. Pricey's now coming around the final chord. Can he beat that? It's going to be 127.674. They've matched each other's time. Very rarely you see that at the start of the session. As SLR Dyno was crashed, Matt, at turn 6.
Now, is that... Yeah, it is a crash. For a second I thought, is Liv woken up? But no, that is a crash. That's massive. Goodness. Oh. Well, that'll be interesting to see what actually happened there. I mean, turn 6, that's probably, he's got a right tyre on the gravel, hasn't he? And he's just lost control going into the barrier.
Yeah, turn 8, my apologies. Yeah, just after the S's section. Yeah, very late place to crash there. SLR Darnell, man currently sitting 3rd in the championship, is going to be starting at the back of the grid. I didn't think we were going to be saying that coming into, well, 6 minutes into the session.
Nah, he wasn't looking forward to qualifying anyway. I was in party chat earlier with the guys, and he wasn't feeling too confident. UKB Assassin wasn't one feeling confident in qualifying. Feeling confident in qualifying. Earlier, feeling much better in the race. However, that is a time 27.4. We will be seeing a lot faster times than that. Maybe we might see a time into the 26s. Watch this space as we've had a few drivers across the line now. 5th place at the moment, that guy.
Good one. I haven't heard that one before. Kozlesko's just gone P5 in the Alpine, 128.0. No, it's Matt's favourite car, so he'll be keeping a keen eye on that one. Yeah. Next one, on a lap, might be... who's it going to be? It's not that guy. It's do you want to try and say that Alfa Romeo's name?
Nax.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, you made me look like a right twat there. Ain't even on a lap after all that. Oh, well. What about LFJ Rundle? I think it's Rundle. I don't know.
Martin Rundle.
I think he was actually one of the ones to race in McEwen last week. He was. Yeah, he did. He finished P8 on his debut, so he actually did fairly well last week in McEwen Division. Back in Division 2 again this week, though. Goes P4 in the end, 127.6. That seems to be the trend at the moment. 3 drivers on a 127.6.
Yeah, it's early encouraging signs, isn't it? That we are seeing the time to go down towards the low end of the 27s, and anyone who posts the 26, you will probably see on the front row, if not the top 3. Next person to cross the line to the Red Bull is Zakis Beast, who has done a much better season this season. Of course, we can't forget podium in Saudi Arabia, where he a strategic masterclass, easy for me to say, and he's gone up to 7th place at the moment, the only Red Bull driver to set a lap time. Yeah,
Skyborg, I've just had a quick look at him. He was on a second warm-up lap or something. I don't know. He's maybe potentially made an error. Have we got any other cars? Maybe finishing a lap in the meantime? I don't think we do. So we'll probably stick on board with the reigning champion then, as he starts now his lap of the, if my voice actually fucking work, the Suzuka circuit. Down into turn 1 very fast, right-hander, double right-hander in fact, as now we head towards the famous S's section where it's so easy to get it right, but it's also so easy to lose it as well on the grass or the gravel. SLR Dyno a few corners later on. That was a snap of oversteer for Skarborg midway through. Now going through turn 7 and turn 8 now. Heading towards the 2 Degners. There's a floating wheel of SLR Darnell going through turn 7. I've just seen 31-2 for the first set to Skarborg. That's purple through the second of the Degners. Don't take too much exit curb. She's going to be Tony Hawk skateboarding on the exit. Going through turn 11 and the hairpin. Very nice there from Skarborg. He used a lot of track on exit as well. It's going to give him the extra edge on the drivers around him. Still, UK Beast Assassin 127.4 is the provisional pole time at the moment. Heading into Spoon Corner, a double left-hand hairpin, and through he goes, sending that Red Bull as much as he can, using all the exit. Onto the back straight we go now, heading towards 130R, where we're seeing some memorable moves in SLR, some memorable moves in real life. Fernando Alonso on, I think it was Michael Schumacher many, many years ago. And maybe we're going to see someone replicating that again tonight. Into the Casio Triangle, the final chicane, as he goes through the 18th and final corner now of the Suzuka circuit. Where is Skarborg going to put that Red Bull car all the way to the line? It's going to be provisional pole. It's at 127.0, Matt.
That's a great time, brilliant time. SLW Legends was setting purples in Sector 1 also, and he's gone up to 2nd place. The ever-improving and qualifying SLW Legends. But yeah, Skarborg, that is a time which probably has already secured him a top 5 for the race, and it's only his first lap.
Yeah, fantastic lap. Very much looked on the edge for my reigning champion, and proving why he is. Owen Howe, 36 in the next car to finish his lap, I believe. AlphaTauri driver through the final corner. He's going to put his AlphaTauri on the front row with a 1:27.1.
Yeah, and how he was looking quick in practice earlier. He was the quickest driver out of the three Stooges who were practicing earlier. Two things I just want to touch on. The Twitch chat for me is not working properly, which is great. And, well, might be interesting to see what strategy of setups the drivers on track are doing, because I have reason to believe it will be a wet start.
Ooh, interesting. Okay.
A wet Japan. You know what that means? A tractor on the track.
Oh, yeah, controversial but true. Oh, yeah, somewhere. Who it's going to be? It's not going to be active JMC. Ouch. F1 AB QWERTY, 31-4 through the first sector. Oh, that Haas was very much on the edge there going through the Degner one. I don't think we've got anyone else finishing the lap in the meantime. Feel free to correct me if I'm wrong, but going through the hairpin. Still F1 AB QWERTY sending it as much as he can. Needs to get a lap time on the board here. We've got yellow flags, cars just going slowly on their in laps. Towards Spoon Curve we go then with the AlphaTauri driver. He hasn't had the best of seasons, to be honest, Matt. Currently sitting down in 14th in the championship, respectively. But the trend has been, whenever he's had a good round in F2, he's normally been smashing it in Division 2 as well. But I mean, we've still got another week or so till F2 comes around.
Yeah, you've got three very quick drivers in this division who, points-wise, it doesn't justify it, really. You've got Owen Howe, QWERTY, and that, pardon me, and Legend, sorry. It just goes to show that it is always about speed. You've got to keep on the track as well. Liam improved his time. He went up to 7th place with a 27.5. I think QWERTY did go up into 6th with a 27.4. Another driver into the 27.4. Who is next across the line? I think it is going to be SLR Moley, who's actually almost a second up.
Ooh, let's go down to Moley then. Going through the 18th and last corner for SLR Moley. Where can he shoot that McLaren? It's still going to be 15th in the end after all of that. Yeah, he got me all hyped for nothing. Currently on board with our championship leader, UK Beast Assassin. He's heading towards Spoon Curve now. We go. He's quite a significant amount up in his time. Could be challenging Scarborg for provisional pole. He used a lot of the exit curve there. That was on the limit, but not over the limit.
Yeah, he's absolutely pushing him. He was one who said he felt a lot better in the race than in qualifying. He's 3 tenths up at the moment. This is a brilliant lap. How much time can he gain going around the last chicane? At the moment, he's projected for a top 2 on this quali run. How's the exit? The exit looks good. He's nice and tight to the wall, and he's up to 3rd. So maybe he lost a time yesterday. Looking at his sector time, he lost about a 10.5, it looks like, in the last chicane. So maybe a bit of a traction error coming out of that chicane. As I think that is it for a few guys now, unless we got one of the Haas drivers on the lap.
Pricey, yeah, he's just improved in his lap time. Didn't improve his position though in the end. I'm sure he will get another run in. We've got just under 5 minutes to go now in the session. It's still Scarborger on provisional pole at the moment, looking for a second pole position this season after his one in Belgium. I mean, yeah, it was a bit. Obviously, with Scarborger not in last week, it's a bit weird to say. Obviously, he did join the division a little bit late. Obviously, with a few technical thingies, but he has only took one race victory this season. That was in Monza, but he's still very much up there in the championship. Once again, showing consistency is just the biggest thing here.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Before his immense Monza win, I did say it's down to 4, and then he won that, and I said, yeah, it's up to 5. But that miss in the race last week, I think it really is going to be a bit costly now, especially it looks like the top 4 are now going to be put in a bit more practice. So maybe that gap will close up a bit more as I'm on board with Price here. Wow, he touched a bit at the end of the curve there going around Spoon, and the rear wanted to step out. I don't think he's lost too much time. He's got a lot of marbles in his right tyre. But yeah, back to Scar. The pace is there, but I don't think, unless there's a lot of drama with the top 4 in the championship. Oh, that stepped out. I don't see him finding the way back. He might come towards the end of the season, close that gap, but I don't think he's going to have a chance for the title, unfortunately, now.
Yeah, still quite a few rounds left to go in the season. Around 14 of 18 this, so 5 to go. But quite literally anything can happen in this division. We've seen everything through this season. We've seen crashes, action, red flags, which is still a first and the only. On board with Nax through the final chicane. The purple middle sector, apparently. He might be about to shoot his Alfa Romeo stick cake, yeah, good one. Up to 4th place in the end. Wow, that was a mega last sector for Nax. And on his SLR debut, I believe, he's currently on for a top 5 start.
Yeah, everyone debuts. We saw one last week, of course, which let's not forget the aftershave, Death Ford chain. But unfortunately, towards the end of the Grand Prix, I think he had some connection problems and he finished 10th. Qualifying, this is a massive last run for runners out here for qualifying, because this track is a proper track. There's no run-offs. Like, if you go wide, you go to the gravel, as SLR Darnell found out. If SLR Darnell is to find out, it is going to be a very tricky and long race for him. It's going to be a case of damage limitation, I think. The Aston Martin driver. There are some tracks coming up which he may favour a bit more, but wow, he's got a big challenge on his hands at the moment. And as we've seen previous with Owen Howe and UK Beast Assassin and Hayes, in fact, all of the championship antagonists, if they have a bad quality, they can find themselves getting caught up in a lot of drama.
Indeed they can. On board with Hayes at the moment. She's currently sitting in second in this driver championship. Has gone very well off the track there, and that's going to be her lap over and done with. If she saves the RS, she might potentially get another lap in, but this lap is going to be completely redundant for the Alfa Romeo driver.
Yeah, I think she noticed that she was going to go wide a bit, so she backed off a bit before she went fully into the gravel, which is quite difficult to do. Sometimes you just want to put the foot down, perhaps like SLR Darnell did, and ended up in a barrier for it. I think Adrian's finally now on the lap, but there's nothing to compare it to, so I've got no idea how he is getting on. Who else is on the lap? Legends has just started a lap. What's his Martin Rundle? He's just started a lap as well. So is Molly. So it looks like, Corey, we'll actually get to start seeing the drivers now start their last run, unless you're Adrian, and it's your first run.
Yeah, one shot qualifying for Adrian then. He's going through Spoon Curve at the moment, and pretty much on the limit again is Adrian. Yellow flags just ahead of him. That'll be cars on their outlaps, just getting out of the way. They haven't got much time to make it to the line, but hopefully it is a pretty quick final sector here at Suzuka. 3-1-30R we go with Adrian then, and long braking zone, hard braking zone, sorry, into the Casio triangle, and hits the apex nicely. Stays off the curb on the left-hand side there, as Kozlesko was retired, I believe, in the pit lane. But what about Adrian? He's going to cross the line. Only 16th in the end, the slowest of the times for the Williams driver. Maybe just want to get a time on the board.
Sorry, I'm just trying to see if I can fix my Twitch chat.
Yeah, mine's not working either. It like started to work at the start of the stream, and I just can't get it to work anymore. But
yeah, Oh, hello, Adrian's taking the shortcut. He's going off road.
Blood lost. What about LSW Legend? He's currently sitting 5th in the Alpine. Can he cross the line? Oh, what a 4th.
Yeah, the driver's going to be crossing the line now. Up next is the McLaren.
Oh!
Where's that coming from? Martin Rundle up into first place at the moment, but not anymore. A 26.7 from Scarborger. Nobody's beating that.
Wow, that's a sensational lap from Scarborger. What about Gon Eggfryer? What can he do? Crosses the line now, goes up to P70 then. Great lap there from the Ferrari. What about SLR Liam? He's 4/10 up in his lap, looking to get into the top 3 as SLR Liam. Crosses the line, goes into the top 3.
Yeah, brilliant lap by the McLaren driver. I'm currently on board with UKB Assassin, your championship leader. It's a bit quicker, but it's not very quick. He might do well just to get onto the front row of the grid, but that tyre from Scarborger, nobody's beating that. UKB Assassin, he's gone purple in sector 2. What's he got in the last chicane? How late is he going to be on the brakes? Going to be a break in there, Mount at the curb on the right, and a good amount on the left. That was your traction. That's where we felt like he lost it on his last lap. UKB Assassin, what's in the locker for the Mercedes driver? He's up to 3rd position.
Pricey went on the front row in the meantime. What about Owen Howe? He will cross the line. Goes up to P4 in the end. Does the AlphaTauri driver? I don't think anyone else is getting close. F1 AB Quay is going to be the last car to cross the line. Where can he go? Stays P11. It's Scarborger then, for a second time this season, is going to be on pole position with an absolutely sensational lap. A 1:26.7 makes his return, and putting a statement down saying he's not ready to be done just yet for this championship. He's on pole position here at Suzuka.
God, I'd love to be on board with that lap. That's brilliant. I mean, Rundle as well. That was a great lap from the Williams driver. You've got a lot. The gap between second and sixth, unbelievably close. Stupidly close. Pricey with a great lap into second place. Usually beat Assassin. I think he would have surprised himself by putting out that lap in qualifying. I know he said that he could do it earlier, but obviously doing it in the real thing is completely different. Owen Howe, we know he's a quick driver. Look how close he is to his cousin. UK beats Assassin. And then you've got Hayes on the pad, remember, at this track, so it does not favour her. Down in 10th, maybe it's damage limitation for her. And speaking of damage limitation for her, damage it's SLR now down in last.
Yeah, he's got a long race ahead, especially if there's some rain going to be chucked in at the start as well. But as you can see on your screen, it is Scarborger, the reigning champion, on pole position then. After taking his first pole this season at Spa in Suzuka, it's going to be his second of the season. Pricey is going to be joining him on the front row for the Haas team. Nearly 2/10 back. That's probably one of the biggest pole margins we've seen for a while. UK Beast Assassin rounds out the top three with Owen Howe 36, only 0.02 of a second just behind. Martin Rundle rounds out the top 5 SLR. Liam, we saw him on the front row, top 3 at one stage. He's now dropped down to P6 after all that. Legend P7, Nax P8, Got an Egg Fryer P9, and Hayes will round out the top 10. As Matt's probably watching some of the bit SLR dodgy by the sound of it, as we're going to be heading into the race in a few moments' time.
Yeah, sorry, that was just an ad. That's just an ad for what's coming up next. Because you know what's coming up next. What's coming up next, Corey?
Well, it's 23 minutes past 8, so I'm not quite sure.
That is right, it's bloke chat. Never gets told. Right, I had to get oh, look how wet it is. Look how wet. Oh, goodness me.
It's more wet than Lana rods.
Yeah, absolutely. Right, I had to get a bit of help from the Three Stooges on this one because I'm running a bit thin on ideas from bloke Jack. You had so much safety cars. It's just making things a bit difficult. So, for the first one, we've got a bit of a topic on this one to start with. Where is Adrian Newey going if he leaves Red Bull?
I mean, he's got a contract with Red Bull to the end of 25, so unless he has to have a year out.
We know that contracts don't mean anything.
Especially at Red Bull, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I think really there's only two options. Aston Martin, which I've heard apparently have offered him a lot of money.
Yep.
Or Ferrari.
That's it. They are the two I think as well, but when you think about it a bit more carefully, they're both unbelievably appealing. So, Ferrari, everyone loves a bit of Ferrari. Even if you say you don't like Ferrari, you want to be in a Ferrari at some point. It's just like the pinnacle of being in a Formula One car, unless you've won a championship. You want to be in a Ferrari. But, Aston Martin. Now, I'm not being biased, but if there's a team up there who've got the greatest potential, it is them. I mean, what they're doing at their headquarters, and the money that's being thrown at them by Mr. Daddy Stroll. And it's in England, it's in the United Kingdom where Adrian Newey lives. What does he go for? What does he go for if it's not Red Bull? Does he go for Ferrari and team up with Hamilton? Does he go to Aston Martin, a project, a promising project at home, and design a car for Fernando Alonso? Both teams having drivers he wishes he worked with.
I mean, yeah, he's got quite a CV, doesn't he, with the amount of world championships he's won, not just for Red Bull, for obviously, but McLaren as well, back in the day. But I mean, I think and Williams as well. I think at some point, but it's I mean, everyone is going to be all over Adrian Newey right now. That sounds a bit dodge, but yeah, I think we've hit the nail on the coffin whether it's going to be Aston Martin or Ferrari, because I don't think he'd go back to McLaren. Yeah, they're looking a bit promising, especially with Norris, but I mean, I think overall, like you said, Aston Martin and Ferrari are kind of the only other two complete packages at the moment.
Yep. Quick fire one. Do you reckon you've seen Saying Pigeon twice?
Yeah.
Likewise. Okay, so that's that one. Right. So in the past we've done most bloke this, most bloke that. One was mentioned to me earlier, which you know I was like, this would be up for good discussion. On the F1 calendar, we'll do past and present, should we say, unless it's the same answer. What is the most bloke track?
Oh, wow. Most bloke track. That's something I've probably never even thought I'd be talking about.
Well, I really struggled with this. So I kind of went with a safe answer.
And that is.
I went for Abu Dhabi. In fact, just any race in the Middle East.
Any race in the Middle East?
Yeah, because of their rights. Because of women's rights.
Yeah.
Like, they're non-existent over there. So that's like a safe thingy. But if we were saying any track in general, I would have said probably in the Indianapolis.
Oh, yeah. Or the what was that one that was in Berlin?
The Isle of Man track.
No. Have you ever seen the Avis, the one in Berlin? Have a search it up on Google.
Is that the one in the shape of a penis?
A little bit. It's literally just 2 long straights and a hairpin and 2 sharp corners.
That sounds horrendous.
Mate, I'll send you the layout. It is like it's the most fun you'll ever have. And what makes it worse? I think it was in like 1960 something. Someone actually died because there's like a 43-degree banked hairpin, and someone went absolutely flying off it and got killed.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Suddenly things got suddenly dark. Oh, what is that? Oh, what is that? Oh, what's going on there?
Get it off! Get it off! We're keeping this stream PG, Matt. Honestly, fucking hell. Sorry, kid.
Jesus Christ. Oh, Adrian's gone. He's gone walkies.
It's lost.
Clearly, he's gone to get back his umbrella. Unsurprisingly, everyone is on the intermediate size. Oh, okay, that's the end of the bloke chat. So, unsurprisingly, everyone is on intermediate tires. It actually looks a bit wetter than that. But I've been informed, it's not going to get wetter than this. And I've just noticed this spell glory.
He does realise the formation lap's on, don't he? This isn't McEwen division where we have it off.
He's going to be waiting on the grid for this is a tactic, because this is a pricey penalty.
I was about to say that. Technically, they all have to stay within 10 car lengths. Actually, no, because it's formation laps. So they can do whatever the fuck they want.
No.
I swear in a formation lap, you don't have to adhere to that.
No. Before you joined SLR, controversial championship between Craig FK and SLR Bean was decided because SLR Bean did not obey the formation lap rule.
Holy shit, how times have changed.
What a way. What a day to be SLR that day, by the way. So is this what Scar's doing, I wonder? Because his tyres are going to be freezing cold come the start.
Well, yeah, I mean, he's going to be waiting on the grid for about 62 business days. It's like Hamilton at Hungary 2021. He's the only one on the grid. Just get going already. Price is only coming through Casio Triangle Chicane right now. So, yeah, we're going to be waiting here a while. As Scarborger's... That would be really funny if he missed his grid spot then. Scarborger is the only one on the grid. Let's just... Oh, he has to come into shot. What a sight that is. I mean, even the Captain Beast was a bit big there, but... Yeah, here we go, Matt. They're finally coming through the final chicane. Quick top 3. Who's going to take it?
I've seen Pricey in qualifying. Not Pricey, but Scar in qualifying. I'm going to go Scar for the win. I'm going to go second place. You can be decisive. Third place. I'm going to go for...
Yeah, fair enough. I can back that. I'll hand it over to you then for the race start.
Oh, this is the moment of nights that we all look forward to. The day, the hour, the minute of when they all react to this ever dawning 5 red lights, or in this case, in the wet, ropes are up in Japan. And we are away. How cold are those cars for Scarborg? It doesn't seem to affect him. It looks like he's going to take the lead into turn 1. It's to be Pricey in second. Looks like there's already a move. And Owen Howe has got the better of his cousin into third position. And in fact, Kibbe Assassin's going to lose another place. He's down into fifth. A bit of contact behind, I think it was with the hats of Nax and Legends. But they're all on the track as it stands at the moment. There is another position change. It's that guy. Which guy? That guy up into 8th. Nax is actually dropping. He's now behind his teammate. He's dropping like a stone down into 12th position. After that, Corey, it's as you were.
Yep, Nax had contact. I'm not quite sure who it was with, but he went flying over the grass, and with that, losing multiple positions, dropping well outside the top 10 now. Dream start for Scott. Ball gone out for Tari sideways. I think that was that guy. I see a bit of front wing come off Alfa Romeo as well. I think that was Hayes who's got damage. Don't quote me, but I'm not 100% sure. Oh my goodness me, they go 3 wide into the hairpin.
Yeah. Oh my goodness me, and SLR Darnell somehow is escaping any contact. He made up 5 positions. Oh, teammate as well. Look at them go. This is only that one. And Hayes has lost another place. That could be very interesting start for the championship. And of course, she's got damage. So already, Darnell has made up 6 places. His teammate, DBD Paul, has made up 5%. What a start for the Aston Martin pair.
They're having a dream start. The Aston Martin pair, as you said. 12th and 13th. That's like Darnell round the outside of 130 on before they even get to the corner, though. He's got it done. Into 12th place he goes.
And the house has gone wide, very wide, and so does SLR now. And somehow it's only the first. Oh, and the house has gone into the bit of 30. I've got a feeling a lot of these drivers have got their dry set up on, and Pricey is into the lead. He is indeed.
Round the outside at turn 1. I did not expect that. Apologies for missing that one. But yeah, Pricey into the lead he goes then. He said he wants to get back in this championship fight. If it ends like this, he well and truly will be. Championship leader, UK Beast Assassin, 5th place at the moment, respectively. Pricey, 25 points to his name as it stands, is out in front.
Yeah, this will give us a good idea to what setup everyone has gone for, because right now, with the nature of the track already, we go for a bit of a lower downforce, but with the rain, you're going to be going ultra downforce. So at the moment, this is where you've been making up places. You're going to hope that the rain keeps on staying for a very long time yet. I've been informed that it will dry up towards the end of the race. But how long in will it be until it makes a difference and that time will start getting up to the slicks for the first time?
Oh! That guy round the outside, what a move that was! That was sensational! Wow, I tell you what, I'm speechless at that. Round the outside of turn 12, into 7th place.
I thought he was doing hard work there as well. I didn't actually overtake, but it sounded like very ballsy in these conditions. It's what separates the men from the boys. And he's made up 5 places himself, that guy. Of course, let's not forget, last week in Singapore, he made a brilliant comeback in his race, starting from last and finishing up in 5th or 6th.
Yeah, it was, I think, that guy, 5th in the end it was. Yeah, I was trying to remember. Mine is gone. Price is still out in front. It is 1.7 seconds clear. Wow. That is, wow. That is a statement and a half. We mentioned last week how dominant victory that was. Again, changeable conditions here. Oh, Scott's gone off at turn 1. That's going to allow Owen to now have a look, but Pricey out in front now, 2.5 seconds with that. He is keeping his cool in these conditions and is loving leading the race.
Yeah, it's hard. The first lap now, because Roger's still struggling. SLR went wide into turn 1 and he's lost the position to that guy. Again, it's making up ground. He's catching up when you get Beast Assassin to that guy. It's set up for these conditions. SLR here, whether he's got a difficult setup, I'm not too sure, but he's definitely doing a mistake into turn 1, losing a position.
Oh, I think that was someone having a bit of a snap there. Owen Howe just out of the corner. Bit of a snap of oversteer. That's going to lose him a bit of time, and that's going to allow Martin Rundle close up a little bit now. Is the Williams drive. Another snap mid-corner for Owen there. He's not enjoying these conditions so much, but he's keeping it on the road. That's the most important thing, and holding on to a top 3 at the moment. As kind of predicted, SLR Dino, most positions gained. That guy's got past UK Beast Assassin now, Matt, into P5. That guy's loving these conditions.
He is. He went a little bit wide again. You can be went even wider, so they are really on the limit. These drivers and that guy, I think, has been using his very efficiently in this race so far. Both making 2 overtakes around the same part of track. This time down the inside. There's a move further down. I think 30. If I'm looking up ahead of that guy, Rundle is looking very good. Making the move up and how.
Here we go. On lap 4:27 this race, Martin Rundle's had a fantastic first few laps. Down the inside he goes at turn 1. He's into the top 3 is the Williams driver. That's a fantastic move. And in this race, he has now gained 2 positions and he's driving like it isn't even raining on his screen.
Yeah.
Oh, yellow flag.
Yellow flag for Chris Kamara.
LSW legend losing it at turn 2. No damage, I don't think.
It is.
As a
What happened there? That wasn't the pits.
He retired in pit road. You don't like to see that. Oh, that guy's gone off the road there, all over the curb. And that's the track limit, first track limit penalty of the night.
In the rain, you really see it that early in the rain, don't you?
Well, that might be a bit of a longer race now for that guy. Penalties round here and safety cars. Very prone, especially in these conditions as well, as we've already seen a few drivers fly their way off the road. None in the barriers just yet. Yeah, keyword is yet in that, because I definitely expect to see some come the end of the night. That guy, though, sticking with his team at Owen Howe, if anything, he's looking like the quicker of the two at the moment.
Yeah, you got a couple of drivers still looking very good to make a move. You got that guy also to make a move with his teammate, with his team orders in that. And you got another one who's continuing to make some progress down in ninth place. Your championship antagonist of SLR Darnell. He's been at 10th place so far. He's currently behind Golden Egg Shagger, the reliable Golden Egg Shagger. Oh, he got retirement! And it's the car. Of course, it's SW Legends.
That's how the exit spoon. I'm going to go on board with F1 AB Query quickly, see if we can see it. And no, his car's just disappeared. But yeah, safety car is now out in this race. And if any of them wanted to pit near the front, they did not get the chance, because they already passed the pit lane entry. And I don't even think they're going to pit anyway. Yeah, they've all stayed out. So yeah, forget what I'm trying to say. And yeah, full safety car then for the departure of LSW Legend. He was the first one to find the barriers this evening. Lap 5 of 27. Safety car is now deployed. Conditions are still looking they're looking a little bit lighter than what they did at the start, but I'm sure in the cockpit it's probably not feeling very good still.
Yeah, it depends what's happening on, I think. What this will do potentially for a few drivers is, if they're hoping, I don't know what the tyres are like here for grip or for wear for the intermediates on this track, so this might do a few drivers a bit of a favour. If you're currently already far down, it might be worth you pitting for that extra grip for a better restart. Who knows? But yeah, fortunately, it's early days into the race for this safety cars coming out, so we probably will see the gaps come back later on, a few laps into the restart. So we've probably got the safety car out for about another 2 laps, Corey. So should we fit in a bit of blood chat?
Oh, go on then.
Yeah, let's go. What is the most bloke tyre supplier? We're immediately going to rule up Pirelli.
I say definitely not Pirelli. Michelin, because it's a big strong bloke, or as the French call it, Michelin.
Yes, but it's not reliable going around fast corners, is it?
That's a very good point. Fast bank corners.
So actually, if anything, it makes it more of a bloke. I've just suddenly thought. So I was about to say Goldie, but now I've just said that to myself. It's made me think. That tyre can't really multitask, like doing a banking fast speed corner. That's a bloke, isn't it? Can't multitask.
Yeah, spot on, yeah. What about Firestone?
That's not a bad. That's what you're using in the car, isn't it? Is it, or is it Gold?
Yeah, they use Firestone.
Well, Dunlop's not a bad show, actually.
Well, I was about to say Dunlop.
Yeah, that's a good shout. That's what you normally see on like bikes, especially like Isle of Man, which is like the most gutskiest race you could probably do.
Continental is just cheap man's fucking Goodyears.
Yeah.
What else have we got? I'm trying to think.
Bridgestone, I found boring.
Oh yeah. If you have Bridgestones on your tyres, you just have fucking rice and fucking bread for your dinner every night.
Yeah, pot and noodle and a slice of bread.
Exactly. Avon tyres.
Yeah, like the manager, the CEO of Bridgestone is probably called John Smith. That's like your typical boring name.
Ah. Toyo tyres.
Sorry?
Toyo tyres. I think they're a Japanese brand.
That might not be a bad shout. No, I've never heard of them.
Oh, Hancocks.
Would you say?
Hancock.
Never heard of that.
You've never heard of Hancocks?
I've seen the movie, but I've never heard of the tyre supplier.
Oh my god, you're clearly not a tyre bloke, are you?
No, I'm not a tyre bloke, I must admit.
Fair enough.
What should we go into next? Top 10 ways to put out a barbecue fire.
Wait for it to blow up.
Wait for it to blow up.
Yeah.
What if it's a gas tank that won't blow up? Because, as Mr. Fireman told us, because the fire was on the gas tank, it wasn't at risk of blowing up. If it was in the fire, then it is at risk.
So you had to get some big musty blokes to put it out.
We'll have to resume on that later on, because the safety car's coming in this lap.
Oh, great. Right, enough about big muscly blokes. We've now got some big muscly blokes and girls in the cars, getting us back on the way. Pricey is going to get us underway here. End of lap 6. He is gone. And I tell you what, he has caught Scarborough napping because he's nearly 8/10 clear starting the lap. Lap 7 to 27. We go now. It's still Pricey with a mega restart. He's going to hold on to this race lead. Martin Rundle's looking pretty good going down into turn 1, but isn't going to be close enough to go for the move. UKB's Assassin, championship leader, is nearly pushing that guy through turn 1 too.
Yeah, I think that was the closest gap going down to turn 1 on the safety car restart. Pricey very clever on his restart, the timing of it. He decided to go just a little bit after the traction gets a little bit easier in these conditions around that last corner, because it's a bit difficult in dry as it is. So in the rain, the difficulty has only increased, and because of that, he's already a second ahead of Scarborough. Having said that, Scarborough has closed it up ever so slightly, but already we're seeing some gaps appear. We've got a 1.2 second gap between Martin Rundle and Owen Howe. The closest gap at the moment is that guy who is looking for a move on his teammate.
Yes, he is. Oh, Martin Rundle got very deep there into the hairpin. Nearly hit the back of Scarborough. That's allowed Owen to close a bit. We have got a move down for 9th and 10th place. Kislesko has got past SLR Darnell into 9th place.
Yeah, it was a bit weird. He ghosted briefly, so I don't know if his wheel misaligned or glitched or whatever you will guys call it. But he's back in there now, it looks like. Where is he? Because he looks like he's looking slow.
He is looking very slow, yeah. He's really dropped off with Darnell. I'm not sure what's happened here. I don't know if he's got damage or what.
I reckon he's not... Yeah. Is it him?
Wait, it better be Darnell, mate, but...
Yeah, I think it is him. I think he might have had a little problem like he had in Singapore, but nevertheless, he's still in 10th. A long way to go. SLR, he's looking at the back of UKB's Assassin. This could get personal. The elbows are out. Will they be staying out on this turn 1? UKB's Assassin leaves a space. Good respect there for the Mercedes driver. But it's not a big enough gap for SLR to make a move. SLR will have to look for other avenues to get past the current championship leader.
Yeah, he was looking to come up the inside of UKB's Assassin. That didn't work in the end, though. The other McLaren, SLR Moley, was able to make the move, though, on an Aston Martin. A DPT Paul, he's now up into 11th place, and Moley's having a pretty decent race so far, just on the outskirts of the points. And he's closed up on SLR Darnell, who, as we said, is really struggling now, because he's now falling into the clutches of the McLaren.
I don't think he's there. I think this is AI. I think he's got a problem with his wheel. And good up ahead, SLR Liam has made the move on UKB's Assassin before we get to the hairpin. So must have been a moment there from the Mercedes driver. Talking about race safety car restarts, it looks like UKB's Assassin's the one struggling at the moment. SLR Liam up into 6th position, and SLR Darnell, it looks like he's in a lot of trouble now because Moldy is only a 10th behind.
I think it's definitely him in the car because he went very, very deep into the hairpin, but yeah, I don't know if he's got floor damage or something, but that car is just looking undrivable at the moment. And he's really got a train coming up behind him. Look at Moley having a little look at the inside. He didn't really want to go for the move by the looks of it, but heading towards 130R. We're going to see a move towards 130R. Look at Moley. He's bump drafting Moley. Oh, man, the outside! He's on the grass! Oh, my God! I was going to say that was going to be mental, but he's still going to send it down the inside. It's Quertis. Contact between the two. Nearly off the road goes the McLaren. SLR Moley, though, is still going to hold on to that 11th place somehow.
Yeah, that was interesting driving, should we say. Not the conditions to do, but he has not given up. He's into the he hasn't given up on this one. He's going to go down the inside of the cloud driver of SLR Moley, and it looks like he's done it. Is he going to go a bit wide? Is Moley going to come back in? No chance. F1 AB QWERTY is up into 11th, and up next to him is the Aston Martin driver.
Wow, that was on the edge. Going through 130R in the dry conditions, let alone the wet. Hayes is having a good little look on SLR Moley now as they go towards turn 7. A big snap from Darnell there has lost him a lot of time to QWERTY, and again he's had to lift. QWERTY just can't make his way through. Look at Hayes round the outside of the Degner 1. He's going to lose a position to DBT Pool now.
No! Oh, there's a collision between QWERTY and Darnell. The gap was there. I've got a feeling that isn't Darnell there racing because the gap was there. QWERTY went for it and it slammed shut. Goodness me, there's drama going on. SLR Moley has found himself into 10th position. DPT Paul is also left. SLR Darnell, all that progress he's made, is now gone into 15th. What is going on for the Aston Martin driver? He's actually made the place back on Saki's Beast. Is he there or not? I don't know.
Ferrari off.
And there's another collision. Saki's Beast. Oh, no, there's another driver who's made a collision with the Aston Martin driver. What is going on?
I think Joe's decided to chuck Olivia behind the wheel for the evening. Fucking hell, that was absolute madness back there. But the Aston Martin driver, who was very much in this championship fight a few weeks ago, he's now seen it fade away on lap 10 of 27 here, dropping down the order and dropping way towards the back of the order now. Price is well in it.
Look at this for 10th. Look at this for 10th, albeit from the last points position with only 10 laps gone. That guy up ahead has got past Owen Howe. DBT Paul has been overtaken by the Haas driver, and it looks like he's going to lose another position to Hayes. Oh, there's going to be contact again. No, there isn't, and Hayes is going to have to wait another day. But just in for a DBT Paul, everyone QWERTY. He's not going to do it, is he?
Just having a look at the McLaren going through the Essence section. Being a very risky move in these conditions. Still sticking on the back. You can see how close he's getting to the diffuser of that McLaren. Going through turn 7 now. He's going to have a little look. Ooh, I thought he was for a minute there. Towards Degner 1, we saw a few taps a lap ago. He's got right to the back of the McLaren again. QWERTY is so eager to get past SLR Moley. This is for the final points paying position now. Bit of a snap from Moley on exit. Isn't going to really lose him much time, to be fair. He's still got an okay exit. F1 QWERTY breaks a lot later than McLaren, but just about misses the back of him. But Moley is very much holding these guys up now. QWERTY really needs to get past.
A bit of a moment there for DPT Boys on the grass. Oh, and there's contact between Hayes. That could have been an aeroplane crash. That could have been, oh, goodness me. That could have been absolutely horrendous. There's a yellow flag, and it's SLR Darnell. SLR Darnell's in the gravel. Oh, his day has got for a batter worse. When it rains, it pours literally here. Oh, and he just pitted as well. What is going on for the Aston Martin driver? The track looks like the rain is actually dying off a bit now. But unless the safety car comes out, that is his race well and truly done. F1 QWERTY though.
Look at Hayes having a look. DBT Pool into the Casio triangle. She's going to go for the old switcheroo. She's having a look. Can't quite get it done, but we've got it on that guy. Look at P3. He's got around the outside of Martin Rundle and into the top 3 positions now. Does have a 3-second time penalty, which is going to hinder him, but into the top 3 he goes. Look at Hayes down the inside potentially on on DBT Pool. No. Oh, yes, she has actually sent it. Never mind. Into 12th place she goes.
Oh, this is more like it. I know we focused a lot at the front in the past few races, but this is brilliant focusing down a bit further down for 10th position because it's just everyone's fighting for everything.
May not be for any points down in 12th and 13th place, but they are very much giving their all, and we are loving it in the comms booth. You are at home as well. Still pricey out in front, 1.9 seconds clear of Scarborger, and nothing has really been able to phase the Haas driver this evening. Last week's race winner looking for another race victory this evening, is on for a 3rd race win of the season. That's tying UK Beast Assassin on top most race wins this season. SLR Darnell has had a weekend to forget here at Suzuka. Crashed in qualifying, had a crash a few moments ago at the very same corner. He's now out of this race, and that could potentially be out of the championship, Matt, come the end of the night.
Oh, that's why he. So it was damaged. He had rear wing damage.
Oh, wow.
I'm just going to try and find out how. Should we try and stick him in for an interview?
Yeah, give it a go.
We'll see if we can get him in for an interview. We haven't done it this season yet. There's a yellow flag.
It's still Joe's car.
For the car of SLR Darnell. He put a thumbs down. He put a thumbs down to the interview. He's clearly on the move.
Oh, fuck you, mate.
So he got rear wing damage because he crashed again. Or you know where we saw him spin.
Yeah.
He did the exact same mistake as he did in the race, qualifying. Sorry, and he got rear wing damage from it.
Oh wow.
So that finished him off. So that is not good for his championship credentials. Other drivers looking ahead for in the championship challenge, UKB's Assassin, not favouring these wet conditions at the moment. Hayes down 11th. She's just moved up a place though. One person who is thriving on it is your race leader, Corey.
Pricey, yep, 1.6 seconds clear. Scarborough's closed a little bit in the past lap, about half a second-ish on our race leader. It looks to be drying up a little bit. I think it's actually stopped raining, Matt. Yeah, it has. It's stopped raining. About nearly halfway through in this race now. I can guarantee then we're going to be going to dry tyres maybe in the next 5 laps or so. We've got a battle for 14th place. Adrian versus Harv. The Williams driver makes his way through, but SLR Liam now is the next driver to pick up a 3-second time penalty.
Yeah, that's going to cost him, especially if there's a late safety car. On board with Golden Egg Fryer. He's looking very good. He's set himself up, it looks like, for a move on the championship leader, who really is not enjoying the conditions out there at the moment. Normally we see him in the top 3. He's currently now down in 7th position. Before going into this, he fancied himself in the race rather than qualifying, but that was before we saw what conditions were coming on. Now, Golden Egg Shagger, he's got the earth for it. Has he got the speed for it? No, he has not.
Owen's made the move on Martin Rundle. Back into the top 4 goes Owen Howe. Weirdly, in the latter part of this stint, Rundle's looking a bit shaky. Looked very good at the start, making some sensational overtakes on the AlphaTauri cars. But now that progress has now been undone as he drops down to 5th place. Adrian is now the next car to pick up a 3-second time penalty for track limits. And you can visually see that no more rain and the track is again getting slightly drier. Lap times will be improving. And those intermediates, though, will be very, very warm.
I wonder maybe from now we'll see the reverse effect from the setups drivers have gone for. Because you saw a few drivers really making up races when it was absolutely at its worst, the track. Will they start to fall back now as Rundle almost went into the back of Owen Howe, who is losing the rear quite a bit in the past few corners, the AlphaTauri driver. So maybe it's a sign of him pushing, but he does not want to push it too far. He's in a bit of a rut at the moment, his own Howe, but like all good things come to an end, so do all bad things.
When you mentioned about setups as well, I think that's why we're seeing Scarborough's closing. I think he's got a dry setup on. It's now down to 1.1 seconds. I've got a feeling in the next lap it will be well underneath a second. And when DRS gets enabled, probably in a few laps' time, that is going to very much help our reigning champion. They're going to be starting lap 14 soon. Currently stuck on board with SLR Liam. He's about half a second away from Rundle for P5. I think it's actually dropped back a little bit now. But yeah, UKB's Assassin under a lot of pressure here from Golden Egg Fryer.
Well, just Golden Egg Fryer now. He's got the likes of Kislesko, F1 QWERTY behind as well. No disrespect to them. They are not as quick as UKB's Assassin. So he really is struggling at the Mercedes driver. But he might be under pressure by the Ferrari driver of Golden Egg Shagger. But Golden Egg Shagger doesn't look like he's going to put himself in the position of making a move anytime soon. He certainly hasn't in the past few laps anyway.
Not just yet. We're now just past the halfway point in this race, and it's still pricey out in front, 1.2 seconds clear of Scarborough. That guy rounds out the top 3 with a 3-second time penalty. They won't actually lose any places with at the moment because his teammate Owen Howe is 5 seconds back. So that guy on for yet another podium then this season. He's only got one podium, to be fair, this season. That was his race victory in Canada, which we sadly missed out on.
Yeah. What gaps have we got at the moment? It looks like the smallest gaps you got out there at the moment is SLR Liam, who seems to have found a bit of a second wind, you could say, in these conditions. He's now right on the back of Rundle, who was storming at the start. And he was still chasing Owen Howe after being overtaken a few laps prior.
Yeah, he's closing up again now. Maybe he's got those tyres back into a good operating window. My chat is now working. It's Halo is put. Going to get spicy when it starts to dry out. Yeah, I'm very much looking forward to when it does get dry. Because drivers are very much going to get their elbows out even more than they have already. We've seen some ambitious moves, to say the less. Maybe not the most ideal corners, but it's Division 2. They give us some good action every Friday night. Lap 15 now this race. Hello.
Yep, first time this season. We've got a driver to interview, and as long as he ticks this box, we have got the third retirement of the race, Aston Martin driver and championship antagonist in SLR Darnell.
Hi. Hello.
SLR Darnell, commiserations for your Grand Prix weekend. It just seemed like it never really got started.
Yeah, it was a I don't really know what to say, to be honest. It was a mess. Yeah, just dropped it on my first lap in quali, and I kind of painted the picture for the race. And then in the race, I had a really good start, which I was really happy with. Safety car made it even better, and then ultimately my mistakes just cost me in that race as well.
Of course, last week you were involved in the incident, but you were able to bring home some solid points. In this case, a mistake has cost you big time. You're walking away with no points. This isn't going to damage your confidence, is it? Are you still confident that with strong consistency that you've found so far this season, you can still keep within the challenge for a title?
Yeah, I mean, this was just probably a one-off, really. I'm normally pretty good in the wet as well when it has rained. Yeah, I don't really know what to say, to be honest. Obviously, probably not going to be racing guitar, so that's another race that I won't score points at. But yeah, I don't really know what to say. Yeah.
Fair enough. Anything you want to add on to that, Corey?
No, I mean, words right out of my mouth. Again, very unlucky with it. Like I said, I don't know if he's went and live in the car or something with everything that was happening, but no, again, just a bit of an off day. I guess it happens.
It's a very weird feeling being interviewed when you're retired, watching a race.
How do you feel in real life?
That is true. They get paid to do that. What am I getting paid? You gonna buy me 5 guys tomorrow?
I could pay for the parking.
I thought you were gonna do that anyway.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, back to the race. Lap 16 of 27, and it is Pricey leading us. Right, I'm done here.
No, is there any words you want to say to the street before you go?
Yeah, shut the door on your way out.
Just like to thank everyone that follows me around the world, and
as well.
Liv upstairs, which sleeps whilst I race. Couldn't do it without her. She probably heard my rage when I crashed into the back of Egg Fryer, because they all break like 300 or 500 meters before the corner, even though it's raining. Talent, skill issue, but I I just didn't see them. Yeah, I'm done.
Alright, cheers. Shut the door on your way out. Thank you very much. That's all that one out.
Bye.
Back to the race, Corey.
Yeah, first time for everything. I quite enjoyed that, to be fair. I mean, I don't think Joe did, but he preferred to be out on track at the moment.
Good sport.
Yeah. Again, big thanks to Joe for hopping along. Again, it's good to get some insight in the middle of the race, even if he may not be in the race. But yeah, again, best of luck to SLR Darnell next week. They'll be heading to the Circuit of the Americas for round 15 of this season. Still Pricey out in front. He's actually extended the gap again now, Matt. It's now back over 2 seconds.
Yeah, he had something to use, and our bugger is actually now unfretched from that guy. So
which guy?
Is it that guy? So is there a case? Is this going to be tyre management coming into play now? Because it is drying up. Is it going to dry? Oh, there's a little bit of contact, but no experience. Is there going to be enough laps for the slicks to go on?
Good question. I think it looks like it's drying up so slightly, but it's just not drying nearly enough, which is quite strange, to be fair. But I mean, regardless, Pricey's just going to hope it stays like this, because he's very much enjoying life out in front. I don't think they actually made a pit stop in this race, but I actually do wonder how their tyres are feeling at the moment, because the intermediates in this game are completely different to any other game, where they used to kind of just last forever. In this game, they don't really last that long, especially at a circuit like this, but they're doing well. But yeah, are they going to come in for another set of inters? Are they going to come in for dries? But he's just not dried up quick enough.
Well, I've just sent Ted down to the pit lane to find out what the tyre up there conditions are. Yeah, Ted's doing a bit of digging. That gap between that guy and Owen House. Owen House been bits for his teammate. I'm not saying that he's slowing them down on purpose, but he's not really horrendously. And Izzy, the second AlphaTauri driver. Oh, there's a yellow flag. Oh, was there a safety car? Yes, there is.
Oh, here we go then. This is going to spice it up. Now the choice is theirs. Is it going to be intermediate? Is it going to be dry? Because you can see on Price's period at the moment, that is definitely not a dry circuit. As half has gone soft, Moley's gone mediums. They are taking the gamble. They've got absolutely nothing to lose at the back. They're either going to see them snowplow into the back of the cars ahead of them or into the gravel, or it could be a gamble which is going to very much pay off. But if you're someone at the front, Matt, especially if you're pricey and you're the lead car, the pressure here, this is the only bit of pressure who's going to have all race.
Yeah, I mean, normally being first is a luxury, but when it's these conditions, being first is the worst place to be, because you're the first to make every decision. You're first to reach that part of the track, that part of the condition. What is that surface like? The answer always gets answered by you first, whether it be right or wrong. It gives the drivers behind a chance to see what the answer is. Now we've had 2 drivers pit for slick tyres. That might encourage a few in front to take up that risk. If you're DVT Paul, if you're currently not on the points, what have you got to lose? Ted's got some news for me though on the tyres. So the tyres at the moment out there grip-wise are not very good. They're 60%, 18 laps in of course, but as the track gets dry, the percentage will go up every lap. So we might see a lot of these drivers pitting now, Corey.
There we go then, all of them into the pit road, which is not surprising at all. But what are they going to go for? Dries, inters? Well, the only way we're going to find out is if we ride on board with them into the pit lane. Some are going to have to double stack. The AlphaTauris might lose that. Scarborga's going soft compound tyres. Well, what is everyone else going to go? It looks like they're all going to go softs, potentially. No, that guy enters.
Oh, look at that mixture.
He's jumped Scarborga in the pit lane as that guy.
Yeah. Oh, my word.
But, oh my goodness me. So
we've got rail variety. We've got massive, look at this. We've got intermediates, we've got mediums, and we've got softs. Oh, this is going to be the reverse of USA in season 4. Off the grid. But the thing is, with this game, I've noticed that the rain is very inconsistent when it comes to drying up. In some tracks, it'll dry up within 2-3 laps. In some tracks, it doesn't. It's very slow. It could stay like this for the rest of the race.
Very much good. Yeah, we're going to stick with these guys then and see what they can do. 4 cars have got intermediate tyres.
I'm just on board with that now. Just by catching up the safety car, it's awful.
Yeah, I mean, at the moment they've made the wrong choice, but are they maybe going to prove us wrong? Well, we'll see. Come this safety car restart. I mean, Matt, I don't really know what to say. This is it's quite nuts.
Well, Ted got some more news for us. I think they've all fucked up. They should have all got it intermediate. It's far too wet out there to chuck all the slick tyres. Look at Aaron how he's going around the small hairpin corner. Yeah, unless it dries up considerably, I think they've done a massive mistake.
Cheers, Ted. You fucking... I don't even know what to call you anymore.
I'm just listening to the team radios, and Owen and Tom say it's treacherous conditions.
Well, I don't really know what to say. Yeah, the only way we're going to find out is when the safety car comes in 2 laps' time. I guess we're going to continue bloke chat.
Yeah. No, wait. That's before. We're still discussing 10 ways to put out a barbecue, which is on fire. Like, proper on fire.
Oh yeah, we're on about big men, weren't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, big men.
I'd say the best way to put one out is throwing a Lynx canister at it.
Oh yeah.
Like that pop. Oh. Sorry, just to throw back in there with the race, it looks like some drivers are changing their mind because Lesko is coming off the softs and he's going back onto the intermediate tyres. Meanwhile, Adrian and Moldy's gone into the intermediates as well. So there's a few drivers out there who are really gone, this is not dries. We could end up seeing a really weird podium.
We could. Pricey, who was once again on for a pretty dominant victory and had one hand on the championship lead after this evening, if it ended like this. Well, that's all been thrown up in the air now with these changeable conditions that are a very weirdly timed safety car for them. You can see on your screen a mixture of tyres between the intermediates and the dries. Who's going to make the right call? Safety car should be in at the end of this lap, and we're going to find that out. But yeah, as you said, a very weird podium could be coming up. If it's dries, then we might see a pretty regular podium. But if it's going to be intermediates, then and at the moment I'd say it is, we could again, as we've said, it'd be a very strange podium after this. And he's not a short pit lane by any means. So that if they do come in for intermediates, they will lose a lot of time. But yeah, I'm still pretty speechless. I don't really know what's about to happen.
7 laps. I mean, the track could end up still being a slick tyre track surface. If that might mean for 2 laps, the slick tyre drivers are just going to have to keep it on the track. But will the inters last? Will these inters last to the end of the race with it being dry conditions? Of course, a lot of them are new tyres now, but the wear will be quite a bit on the drier surface, and the safety car's coming in this lap, which means that's the end of that. Corey, what on earth are we going to see in these final 7 laps?
Well, we're going to see 7 laps of racing, Matt. That's one thing I do know. You did ask, mate. Price is going to get us underway. Now, is he going to be... Oh, he's lost it in the restart! Oh, my God. And there goes Price. He can't overtake to the line. He's surely going to get a bit... Oh, my God, the full wide! The full wide! Look at that Rundle! Martin Rundle down the inside has took the lead of the race. This is incredible.
The spinner, Pricey's gone spinning. There's contact, and of course he's on the slick tyres. Oh, he's going back. He's falling. He's still falling. He's at his 11th, just like that. His race is to come to an end, and another house drive. Everyone QWERTY, the slick tyre drivers can't keep it in a straight line.
This is absolutely nuts. It's stayed intermediate. And the intermediate runners are going to be flying their way through the field. Martin Rundle is out in front then on the intermediate tyres. That guy is still P2 with a 3-second time penalty round. He's gone flying off the road as that guy, nearly into the gravel, has saved it. Gordon Eggfryer's made a lovely move into the first Degners with the help of the intermediates as well. But yeah, we are going to see, as you mentioned, a pretty mad podium come the end of this.
And UKB's assassin has just over.
What else?
What's going on?
Oh my God!
Oh, Hayes is in the wall. I think she's trying to make an overtake at the inside, and it's not paid off. These are awful conditions. So the Beast Assassin made up a place on SLR lead because Lesko has made up 5 places on the both, but now he's about to lose that position to UKB's Assassin. I don't know if that was an illegal overtake or not, but he's going to go back down the inside and go into Spoon. This is unbelievable. Please don't make contact, boys. He hasn't.
Now the inside goes Gislesko then. This is absolutely crazy. Wow, it's Rundle out in front. That guy P2, Golden Egg Fryer P3. SLR Moley is up into P6.
Goodness gracious me. This is absolutely... I've not seen a race like this in a very long time. Owen Howell, by the way, he pit when the safety car came in. So he knew that it was the wrong tyre to be on, and he's actually going to make up 3 places for this. QWERTY. Oh, there's just positions being made up. Because Let's Go's in 4th.
Wow. I'm honestly speechless. What I'm seeing. It's like Moley past Scarborg. He goes. I bet he didn't think he'd be doing that this evening. Into the top 5 then goes SLR Moley. Adrian, they've got a safety car again.
Oh no. Oh, the soft tyre drivers, slick tyre drivers have got a lucky escape here. Hayes. It's the safety car because Hayes is retired.
I think so.
Yes.
Side of the pit lane.
This is big. Hayes and Darnell are out of the race. Pricey is out of the points. You get his Assassin as 8. What is going on with all of the title challenges?
Wow. Yeah. Just wow. I don't really know what else to say. Another safety car then. Lap 22 and 27. It's Rundle who leads out in front. everyone who's on those softs are surely going to pit then for intermediates, but they have all lost out. But we're going to get, I think, well, not I think, I know we are going to get an absolute manic restart because we've got a jumbled up order. Yeah, I can't even speak, mate.
Well, in the last race, we had the top 4 in the championship finishing the top 4. And again, no disrespect to the drivers, you've got Rundle, that guy, you got next show, Kislesko Molly in the top 5. You never see this in this division. This is absolutely crazy. And some drivers now have got a bit of a lifeline, unless they decide not to pit. I mean, there's no signs of the track getting drier from this now. So Scarborough is going to be the first driver on the slick tyres to decide whether to make the pit stop or not. What does he go for? Oh no.
Oh no.
They don't pit. Are they banking on it drying up? Or did he do? D. Paul has gone for the safe option and has pit.
As has QWERTY. As has Harv. Oh my god.
Well, I guess what Beast Assassin and Scarborough might be doing here is they've seen their championship rivals are falling. So really from here, all they could do potentially is gain. I mean, I know you've got Pricey still in, but he's still behind. Have they stayed out with the hope that the championship lead might not come down as of for Beast? The championship lead might not, there'll still be a championship lead, but potentially by staying on the slicks, and if it drives up, he could double it. I don't know. This is... It's going to be an all or nothing for Scar and Beast.
Oh, definitely, yeah. I mean, as you mentioned, Beast, yeah, his nearest championship rivals, Pricey's in P10, Hayes is out the race, Darnell's out the race. He hasn't really got much to lose, maybe a few points here and there, but... Did he just come off the road or something?
I think he was Assassin and let Owen through. He went off track to let him through, I think.
Oh. Well, yeah. Yeah, that's madness. I'm dying to go to the toilet. I'll be 1 minute.
Well, ladies and gents, I can't see what your predictions you're going to put in, but chuck in the predictions. What on earth do you think will be the finishing top 3? Because I have not got a Scooby. It does not look like the track is going to dry enough for the likes of Scarborough, UK Assassin, and DD Paul to make up some progress. So are we going to see a very unlikely podium, which will mean my podium predictions have eventually gone down the shitter? What a moment, what a race this is going to be for the championship. Again, SLR Darnell and Hayes are out. Pricey is down in 10th, UK Assassin in 9th. The outsider in 5th, Scarborough in 6th, but on the soft tyres. We might end up finding ourselves in a scenario that none of the top 4 or 5 in the championship will get a point. Which would potentially make the whole thing even closer. Maybe the likes of... Oh, Skeety isn't racing. Maybe not. Liam? I know he's 14th. Yeah, forget what I'm saying. We have 4 laps to go. What? Oh, it's going to be impossible to make a prediction now, Corey, isn't it?
Yeah. Did you actually put any of that top 3 in your prediction?
No.
Fucking hell.
Actually, no, I said Rundle third, sorry. I said Rundle third.
I still don't know what to say. I'm just a bit speechless, to be fair. This is, I mean, we complained last week that the race was a bit dull by Div 2 standards. Any other division, that would have been absolutely insane. But we've got near enough everything this week. We've had conditions which it doesn't want to dry up.
Yeah.
Been there, done that in McEwen division. And the only thing we haven't had is a red flag, which I don't think there's any much time left for a red flag, but you never know. Safety car match should be at the end of this lap.
A little bit of breaking news for you, also a bit away from the SLR. Liverpool have agreed a compensation deal with Feyenoord for Arnie Slot. Anyway, back to the racing. Yeah, exactly who. Here they go now. The safety car's coming in this lap. Rundle is going to be the driver to do the restart. That guy is more or less side by side with him, or was briefly. That guy's going to have a good response. Of course, he's carrying that anchor of a 3-second time penalty, which will be very costly unless he can pull away for the last few laps. And we are back on the way, Corey.
Yes, we are then. Lap 25 of 27 in this race now. 3 laps to go. Who is going to take it? Martin Rundle's still out in front then. 3.5 tenths clear of that guy. He's had a fantastic restart. F1 AB he's made his way past TBT Pool, who has gambled to stay out, and UKB Successor is going to drop like a fly in that Mercedes. He stayed out. Oh, side by side Adrian with Scarborger, who does not want to back out. And as with that, I mean, Howell's now made his way to 6th place.
Yeah, through goes Aaron Howe. He made 2 places in 1 then. Adrian tried going around the outside of Scar. Scar went a bit wide, forcing Adrian a bit wide. And Owen Howe said, thank you very much. And look what's going on behind the Red Bull driver now. There goes one Haas. What about the other Haas of F1 Quasi? Oh, he's going to go up the inside. Brilliant stuff there. Oh, it's just not over yet.
Wow, this is absolute madness on the final couple of laps of this race. Some drivers decide to stay out. I've not pit for the intermediates. It is, excuse me, I've done a mouth there. It's not going to pay off. Into the hairpin we go. Look at Half go around the outside of Scarborg. The extra grip he's got on those intermediates nearly clips the front wing of the Red Bull there. Just about makes his way through. SLR Liam is having a really tough time on those intermediates. He's going to go all the way around the outside though of DBT Pool. Has made the move. Harv has made his way past Adrian. Into Spoon they go. Lovely move there from the Ferrari. He's got it stopped as well. Into 9th place. Scarborger sent it on Adrian. I think Adrian's having a few connection problems. Not 100% sure what's going on there. Is it Adrian's off the road again? Well, I don't know what on earth's going on with Adrian.
Well, it's looking quite increasingly likely that Liam might finish a 11th position at the moment. This is a yellow flag. I think that's Adrian letting through the drivers again. But I think we need to go back to the front, Corey, because this is where it's all going to happen. Rundle in the lead. You've got that guy in second with a 3-second time penalty. He's trying to do what he can to put on some pressure, but it looks like he is not going to get the first position at this lap anyway. You're on the penultimate lap.
Indeed we are then. LSJ Rundle in his 2nd ever SLR weekend is leading here in Division 2. Raced in debut Division 2 last week. Got his first ever SLR points in McEwen Division last week. Here in Division 2 could be on for a first, not just podium, but for a first race win as well. We will see, but it's not over yet because that guy has a 3-second time penalty, so that Rundle doesn't really need to fight it that hard. Oh.
And through goes Golden Egg Shagger. Who would have thought it? Who would have predicted Golden Egg Shagger to be on the podium after today? He tends to be the driver that's always there around in the points, but this is a brilliant result. Should he keep it like this from the Ferrari driver? But that guy, he doesn't want to finish third on track, he wants to finish second, but that more or less looks like a winner's seal for Rundle.
Yeah, a lap and a bit to go then for Rundle, and it could be a first SLR victory coming his way for the Williams driver. But the battle for the final podium place is well and truly on, because it's going to be Kislesko versus SLR Moley barring any track limit penalties. But if anything, Owen Howard's closed up on the McLaren driver now. They're going to be starting the final lap very shortly. At the moment, it is going to go the way of Kislesko in the Alpine, but that guy may still be fighting Golden Egg Fryer on track anyway, coming the final lap. Good exit through the final corner. Rundle now starts the final lap now of this race. Heading down to the tunnel, you see Golden Egg Fryer defending the inside line. I think Owen is going to go for the move on Moley here. Down the inside, this is for P4 after all penalties are applied. Is he going to go for a late braking move? No, because Moley's gone very late. It's just about got the car stop. Owen going to sneak on the inside, is he? Yes, he is. Lovely move from Owen into 5th place.
Yeah, that's a brilliant move for the AlphaTauri driver. That will do it in the world good with his confidence. Will he be able to close up a 1-second gap to 4th? Kislesko? It is possible. Oh, no!
Oh, and he's in the other house as well. Pricey trying to keep up the inside of Moley, and with it contact between the two. Pricey was getting very desperate to get through, and that's seen SLR Moley flying his way down the order.
That contact, I mean, if Moley sends that in, it might not look good in Pricey's favour, so it might still go, the race still might be going on. Hours after the race, we've got 1 or 2 more sections to go, Corey, and it looks like we're going to have our race winner.
Yes, we are then, and said not too long to go then. That guy closing up on Golden Egg Fryer. I don't see why he would go for the move, but I mean, saying that, he has nearly got a 3-second gap. It's about 2 seconds going out of Spoon to Kislesko. Really good last sector, could maybe keep it, but here comes Golden Egg Fryer then, going towards 130. He's a bit too far back to maybe go for a move, but LSJ Rundle, I bet he didn't think he'd be saying this coming in this evening. Took the lead at the safety car restart. Nailed it with the strategy. Stayed out in his intermediate tyres. He rounds the 18th and final corner for the first time in SLR. LSJ Rundle is going to win a Grand Prix. He's going to win the Japanese Grand Prix. LSJ Rundle. Golden Egg Fryer will finish P2 in the end. Kislesko rounds out the podium. Owen P4. That guy P5 for a fantastic weekend for the AlphaTauri team. Has to make it 6th and 7th provisionally. SLR Moley with that contact to the end will finish P8. Harvin P9. SLR Liam, unfortunately, will take the final point in the end. But Matt, you called it. We are going to get a wacky podium, and we definitely have.
Oh my word! Just Owen Howe was only 2 seconds away from the podium in the end. He caught up a second on Kislesko. I'm being told if Molly sends that in, that has a certain penalty for pricing. Which, if that is the case, we might find ourselves none of the top 4 are going to be getting a point. None of the top 5 will be getting a point. Oh, are there any questions?
Well, last week we had all the top 4. We had top 4 finish top 4 in the race. And as you just mentioned, top 5 are not even going to score any points today. That is Division 2 in a nutshell. Can change just like that in the space of a race week. And we're going to get the classification up on your screen then. And of course, we will get the top 3 in the party. Well, I know Rundle's not on Xbox. No! That's a shame. But yeah, it is LSJ Rundle then, taking not just a first SLR podium, but a first SLR race victory then here in Division 2. Golden Egg Fryer will finish P2. Kislesko P3. Owen Howe has been a great stint at the end to finish P4. That guy P5. F1AB QWERTY P6 with the fastest lap as well. Pricey P7, of course, will be under investigation with SLR Moley P8. Half P9 SLR Liam takes the final point this evening. DBT Paul, Scarborger, UK Beast Assassin, Adrian, and then, of course, the DNFs were Hayes, Zach is Beast, SLR Dano, which feels like an absolute age ago, LSW Legend, and Nax was the final car. Final car at the end of it all then, Matt. Well, nearly an hour's worth of racing there, but it definitely felt like a lot longer than that.
Oh, my word. For a race that only had about 27 laps, it felt like there was an awful lot more laps than that. Is Kislesko going to join?
I have invited her a few times, so touch wood. He just come in. Here he is. I
think I might, as we haven't got first place in, Rundle, I think I might invite Owen Howe.
Yeah. Cool. So then, make sure to have your boxes ticked so we can hear your lovely voices on the stream. If Owen's in, we'll start off with him first.
Not yet.
But yeah, another pretty madness. Here he is! Owen, make sure your box is ticked, my friend. Of course, we're not going to be able to talk to race winners, so Matt, we got you in instead. Oh, Kislesko's gone. Boo!
Saw that I joined and decided didn't fancy it.
Yeah, fair enough, mate. I nearly left as well, to be fair. Matt, I'll hand it over to you to talk to Owen then, a man who finished P4 in the end.
Yeah, P4, 2/10 away from a podium. How? Welcome back to a strong points finishing. Your bad rut of form is now over. So first of all, finish in 4th with 12 points. That's a relief to get that monkey off your back, and that you've now got some points to your name after a bit of a poor showing we've seen in the past few weeks.
Yeah, it was. It's nice to finally get something. Like it's been a while since I have, or at least I had one that I've been somewhat happy with the result. It's not really been one that I've been overly happy with. The results have been sometimes okay, but like the race in general, I've still really thought there's things I could have done better. And today probably is the same, but to think of what it could have been if I'd pitted before I did, or pitted onto Inters when I pitted onto mediums, but P4 still fun. Yeah. Hitting when I did. And being 10 seconds back, I'm not too sad about it.
Yeah, I mean, talk us through the thought process then of originally putting onto the dry tyres. I mean, were you informed by the team radio or by the telemetry?
Yeah.
That. Oh wow, I can hear my own voice. That is awful.
Yeah, I don't know what that is. Oh wow, I didn't need something. Anyway,
just your mic quick, please.
I think he's done it.
Sorry. But yeah, sorry, for your thought process for going onto the dry tyres originally, and then what in the end yeah, just what did you have to play with?
It was, I mean, when it came out, we were like, oh, what do we do? Well, we knew we were going to have to pit because the tyres were gone. They were like 65%. So like, we'll definitely have to pit. It was a good time it did, because otherwise we were probably going to try and stick it out to the dry, which never actually came. So it came out at the right time. But we had Joe in the party who was basically keeping us updated what happened. And we were like, Rundle's in the lead, but he miles down a bit extra, so essentially we scarf first. He's on softs, then no, not right, not Randall. It was Pricey, wasn't it? I think it was in the lead.
Yeah.
That Pricey was on softs, and then that guy went on intermediates, and we were all so literally as I've gone to cross the line, I've changed it to mediums, and I was like, this could really go bad, but we've got to believe, and we've got to have a bit of faith. And Joe was saying, I think it's still intermediates. We were thinking, oh, I don't know, we're expecting it to dry up. It said, I mean, they stopped raining probably like 40% into the race, but it was mad.
Well, it's great to see you back in points and just narrowly so close to a podium, which would have been absolutely fantastic, considering that you're 1.2 seconds going into the last lap.
I'll get Kislevsko next week. It's the second week in a row I've done
that. Oh, yeah, of course, yeah. But yeah, congratulations, Owen, on a strong finish. Over to you, Corey, for the third position.
Who finished third in the end? Was it Golnick or was it Kislevsko? I can't remember.
I think it was. Yeah, it was Kislevsko.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm just tripping major nutsack. Kislevsko, P3 then. In the end, first podium of the season. How are you feeling after that one? Because I can hear myself about 600 times. Yeah, how are you feeling after that one? Again, the conditions very much helped you in the end with drivers deciding to gamble with staying out on the dries. And you made the most of it. Podium in the end, took us through your race. Yeah, again, lovely said. Like I said, back on the podium. My apologies about that. Yeah, second podium this season after you won in Canada. Sorry. Obviously, next week we're heading to Kota for round 15 of the season. How are you feeling ahead of that one? Is it a track you really like, or? We'll see then. Again, big congratulations. for P3 today. We hope to see you back again next week. Matt, anything else to add?
Hearing your voice once was bad enough. Hearing it twice was awful.
Oh, well, fuck you too then. I'll hand you. I'll give it back to SLR Southerner for our P2 man. Go on, Egg Fryer.
Golden Egg Fryer for the second time this season, I believe. Welcome back to the podium. The driver I always considered to always be Mr. Reliable, bring it home. Albeit, I think the past 2 rounds has not been going so great. Correct me if I'm wrong. But back on the podium today, in the cockpit, was it as chaotic as it looked watching on comms?
Yeah, no, thank you. It was a little bit seeing everybody come on the softs and mediums. I think I put a video call in to see, is it worth staying on inters or not. I was told to stay on inters, best height, and then seeing everyone come out on dries kind of had me a bit worried. But yeah, obviously going through the first sector on the restart, getting past a couple of guys, obviously definitely helped. But I mean, before the pit stops, even it was just to kind of see myself. I think it was like running something like P8. I think it was behind Beast. Yeah, just to even kind of be there and thereabouts in the wet. I'm not great in the wet at all. So yeah, to improve on a couple of fourth place finishes earlier in the season to get a podium. It's yeah, well happy with that.
Absolutely, mate. Absolutely. Of course, we've really got a few more races now for the rest of the season. What are your thoughts and hopes going into those final races on this game, of course? You're currently in 9th place now, I believe, in the championship with 71 points. I don't know how good that is compared to last season, but, I mean, the track's coming up. Are you feeling hopeful? Is there a bit more confidence now going into them rounds, or are you still expecting it to be normal service resumed?
Yeah, definitely a bit more confidence. I mean, in fairness, the aim of the season was just to kind of try and find consistent points. I think I knew there was drivers quicker than me, kind of a good 5-6 drivers consistently quicker. So yeah, if I can be there or thereabouts, just kind of in the lower points, just finding that consistency. That was probably one of my biggest downfalls over the last couple of seasons. I know obviously Saudi, we don't talk about Quito. But yeah, Belgium dropped it. Italy, I took, someone slammed the brakes on turn 1 and there was no safety car, so that completely kind of ruined my race on it in Italy. So Monza. So yeah, I think apart from, I think there's only maybe Portugal, I think it was, that I've not picked up points. So yeah, if I can just keep that consistency, I think points wise compared to last season, it's an improvement. So yeah, just trying to keep it pointing in the right direction, and yeah, just ultimately just seeing what I can get from the race. I know I'm not going to be up there with Star and Beast, and I know I joke about moving people up, but it's nice to be when you are running with them guys. It's nice, and it does give you a bit of confidence. So yeah, just seeing what I can do and seeing what I can push myself to, really.
Absolutely, mate. Absolutely. Again, congratulations for 3rd place. Before I hand over to Corey to see if he wants to add anything onto it, Leeds are losing 3-0.
I know, mate. I've just had a wank on stream.
Can't believe what's going on.
Yeah, I'm loving every second of it. Yeah, again, just further congratulations to Golden Egg Fryer. Hopefully this is a change of look from no look fryer to all the look fryer. We're heading to Kota next week, as I've said to everyone else. How are you feeling ahead of that one? Are we going to be hopefully seeing you again on the podium next week?
Probably not the podium, if I'm going to be realistic. I think I was decent there in the race I did. I think it was with people like Hayes and Cod and Skiffy earlier in the season. So I know I can be there, but a lot of people have improved throughout the season. So I think, yeah, if I can kind of be 8, 6, 7, 8, that realistically is probably where I'm going to be. Anything more, obviously I'll try my best, but anything more is going to be a bit of a bonus. But yeah, just see what I can do, really.
We'll see then. Again, all the best for next week, and further congratulations on your podium tonight. See,
Cheers.
Martin Rundle's come in the chat saying thank you for streaming, guys. We'll watch it back later. Again, massive congratulations to our race winner then, Martin Rundle this evening. Of course, we can't talk to him because I believe he's on PlayStation. But yeah, Matt, like you said, you called it a pretty wacky podium with the weirdly timed safety car and these conditions that just choose to never dry up. And as we said earlier, it went from probably the most dull race this season last week to a pretty dramatic one this week.
Oh, it's a reminder of what just happens in Division 2. Just expect the unexpected. Leicester are going up at the moment, yeah.
Yes, I'm fully aware.
Oh, okay, interesting. Just wow. With 4 races left to go, and one driver in the top 5 got points so far. That's if the result stands, because after what we saw in the last lap, you don't know. But just Hayes and Darnell, when they retired, they thought that's it, championship's done. And then they see what happens at the end. Suddenly, it's like the United fans all trying to run back into Wembley after it turned out Coventry's goal didn't count.
You summed it up perfectly there. Again, a massive congratulations on our top 3 this evening. That's all we've got time for in Division 2 then. Make sure to join us for the remainder of the Japanese Grand Prix this weekend. We'll be back for Division 3 tomorrow night, and of course the McEwen Division, Sunday 7 p.m. If you want some more Division 2 action, they will be back next week, same time, Friday night at 8 p.m. Of course, the return of SLR F2 next week around the circuit of the Americas, where many championships have been won before. Matt, anything else to add before we wrap up for the evening?
I'm glad we didn't actually mention what happened on Monday, no Tuesday.
Abdul played a 5. Sorry, Abdul played a 10, mate. A 10. You got smoked is what he did, mate. LP smoked. But before we got time to give him any more fucking screen time, massive thanks to everybody who's joined us this evening. We will see you tomorrow for Division 3. Nighty night.
Oh my god.